Today's episode is sponsored by Exter.
What's happening YouTube, it's your boy Tech TRX back in our video, and today we're looking at the brand new DJI Mini 3 Pro and we're gonna fly today. Here we go. First things first, make sure to hit that subscribe button below, hit notification bell so you can be notified of the next videos to come and more videos, cinematic videos, and drone videos now. Check out my merch below at 1130.ca, hit the like button as well so we can beat that YouTube algorithm. Without further ado, let's go ahead and show you what the Mini 3 Pro can do. Basically, I have the cheaper version, just the normal RC controller here, and the Mini 3 Pro. Now, because of the 249 grams, you don't need a license to fly these, and I was really getting into the Air 2S, and I really wanted to get one, except the Mini 3 Pro has the same features, but it's under 249 grams, which is really awesome to have. One of the downfalls of the DJI Mini 2 is it doesn't have any sensors on the bottom, the front, or the back. Here, you'll be able to have all that, and it's really good for beginners like me who has no idea how to fly drones, but they still want to have fun with it and have cinematic videos. As you can see, there's sensors on the back as well, the front, and also on the bottom, so it'll have the active tracking, which can track any object you want, person or vehicle. It is kind of limited though. If you want active tracking and also obstacle avoidance, you'd have to stick to the normal mode. You cannot do sport mode. So sport mode goes up to like 50 kilometers per hour. So if you want normal, I think it's capped at like 35 or 40 kilometers per hour. Which is perfect for this road that I'm taking right now, because this is around 30 kilometers per hour for speed. Also, the Mini 3 Pro compared to the Air 2S, the Air 2S doesn't have the true vertical mode, which is really awesome now. If you have social media like Reels, TikTok, you might need to shoot in vertical mode, but keep in mind that in true vertical mode, active tracking is not available. It'll also swerve away from obstacles if there is one. It also has a nicer camera and a great sensor, up to 1.7 aperture, which is really awesome. It takes in more light. Great if you're doing night shots and also maybe sunset. Sometimes it does, as you could see here on my footage, it's still a bit hard to see because it's such a small sensor on the drone, but it's still useful to have that 1.7 aperture.
Now, in a world that is changing so much, we need more smart things. This is a smart wallet by Exter.
Today's sponsor is from Exter.
If you are a minimalist like me, Exter is the one for you. It will organize your credit cards into one place and you'll be able to access it really quick as well. They have various slick designs from leather, gunmetal, and carbon fiber. You can even get a tracker card or one that has an AirTag slot so that you can find your wallet wherever it goes. And you'll be able to find your phone as well if you did lose your phone. They even have a perfect bag for daily commute or a weekend adventure. Tech sleeves if you have laptops, tablets, and tech accessories. They even have MagSafe wallet. They have a tool card as well that you can use so that you're always ready to go when you are on the go. And then you have the key holder as well that you can use to track or have flashlight, just in case.
Now check out the link down below or go to shop.exter.com/paultelegato for 20% off.
And thank you, Exter, for sponsoring this episode of Tech TRX.
One of the things that I love about the Mini 3 Pro is how small it is. If you get the Fly More combo as we have here, you'll be able to fit everything into one little bag and have little compartments extra for filters, extra blades, and propellers, and also screwdriver. All that will fit on this little bag. Maybe you can even put an Insta360 here as well, which is really awesome to have with you all the time. I use this as well as a charger. The charging case for the Flymore combo has a USB slot and a USB-C slot, which I use to charge my phone. I also have this loop that I bought from Amazon. It's pretty much a holder that you can attach onto your RC like this. I have this little bracket thing that attaches to my RC. Essentially, it acts as a loop, just attaches to your RC like so, and then your phone just goes above that. There you go. And then these two holes up here, you can put a lanyard on that. I like using these because it just goes around my neck and both hands are free if I need to. There we go. Pretty nice. So I'll link that down below as well. So guys, check that out. Just goes around your neck like so. Boom. And then you can fly freely like this. Kind of like an FPV style, right? Boom. Pretty nice. Honestly, if you're a beginner like me, the Mini 3 Pro is more than enough, and it actually over exceed your expectation on these kind of drones, because it has a lot of potential for you to learn the maneuvers and how to fly normal DJI drones. I'm actually trying to get into the FPV soon here. I will be doing another video by Beta FPV, so stay tuned for that. I'll be able to unbox it and show you guys how well I do as well on the first time using an FPV drone. This is going to be a smaller drone, but it would be interesting to fly a different drone aside from a DJI drone. And many times as well when I'm flying the Mini 3 Pro, it helped me a lot, the obstacle avoidance, because I'm going to show you here. This is the one I flew to see this little waterfall here. I hiked about 30 minutes to get to this spot, but as you could see, there's trees all around this little waterfall, and I was able to maneuver it back to where I was. Not easy enough, but it was for a beginner, I think I did really well, and I'm pretty proud of this, what I did here. Pretty much I just took my time, looked way above the trees. I flew that, and then I went across, followed the map on my phone, on the DJI Fly app. Showed me where that red direction, where I'm approximately where I am, and then I flew down. Now of course you can also use the home button, so that it emergency home button, so that it'll fly back to you. But I really want to learn the maneuvers and to get comfortable on controlling my drone. Towards my experience as well, I was able to launch the drone from my hand and also land it on my hand as well, which is a good skill to learn. Now I do get trigger happy, as you could see here, it just like expands out onto to the right. But this is I'm still a beginner, like I said, but it's nice to kind of learn your maneuvers, how to shoot smoothly and slowly instead of going crazy about it. But it's just nice to find a subject and kind of fly there, and then kind of pan out a little bit, have the control, have a smooth control with your RC, so that you'll be able to fly a lot more cinematic, and just gotta have fun with it. I think the best way to learn, of course, is to just get out there, have the drone in your hand and fly. There's no point of overthinking it, watching all these tutorial videos. Those are useful, but overall I think the best way to learn is to experience it yourself, and experiment on what kind of shots you can do. And that's it for the day, everyone. Thanks for watching. I hope I was able to help you on your choice on a brand new DJI Mini 3 Pro. If I was able to help you, make sure to hit that subscribe button below. Hit that like button as well so we can beat that YouTube algorithm. If you want to get one of these, I'll link this down below, so go ahead and check that out. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.